Hi everyone, this is Dennis Burgess, Realtor and Property Manager with Hampton Management and Leasing here in Orlando. And today is a Friday, the work week's coming to an end. It's been a crazy week, and I just have to say to myself, sometimes prospects just don't understand. You know, a lot of times you have some prospects, tenant prospects, you have a place on the market and you go and you show it to them and you've got it priced well and they know it's priced well, and boom, they show up and they give you an application fee and a deposit, and life goes on. You know, everything's great. But other times, such as a recent case that I may or may not have had, I may or may not have had a customer or client where I spoke with a lady and she asked about properties in an area around here called Winter Garden and Ocoee. And she was looking for properties, 4-bedroom, single-family homes. She had some specifics. Again, 4-bedroom, single-family homes, 2,800 square feet, and she was looking to pay about $1,700. Well, I thought maybe I'd find one or two, 10, who knows. And I went to MLS and I looked, searched for properties, 4 3s in the area, and $1,700, 2,800 square feet rather, 1,700, nothing. Bumped the price up to 18, nothing. 2,000, nothing. And quite frankly, when I was at 4-bedroom, 3-bath places, 2,800 square feet, and $2,000, and I wasn't getting anything, I thought my MLS was flat broke. I did. I said, my MLS is flat broke, busted, I don't know. And 2,100, nothing. 2,200, got something. Tweak my parameters a bit. Well, come to find out that in that area, the zip codes and everything where she was looking, 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, 2,800 square feet or more, there are exactly 2 properties on the market under $2,200. One was $1,895 and the other was $2,150. She wasn't interested in that one. However, she was interested in one for $1,850. So I said, hey, got a winner. Well, I go and I explained everything to the person, the client. Maybe if this did happen, I may have explained it to her. Went, showed the property, beautiful. Turned out the place was actually categorized, labeled in MLS, and it's actually a 6-bedroom property, over 3,000 square feet. Fireplace, which we really need in Florida. Fireplaces, we really need our fireplaces. Nonetheless, I digress. Carpet, wood, upgrades on the water. I said, this lady is going to love this place. I went in there a little ahead of her. I said, she's going to love this place. This lady shows up and she's looking around and I may or may not have given an eye roll to myself. She couldn't see it if she were there. And looking around, and I don't think she asked any questions, but she said, I was looking to spend about $1,700, and I reminded her of, here are all the features, and it's water, property on the water, and the only one under 2,150 in the area. I said inventory is plummeting, inventory, gone. I said, I've raised rents for the first time in 5 years on another property. Stuff is scarce, stuff is tight. I'm hurting for inventory. I made a short video about it. Please, can somebody out there help Dennis Burgess, property manager with Hampton Management and Leasing here in Orlando, get some inventory? Well, this lady, as we made our way out, she says, "Well, I'll think about it, and I'll let you know if I want to make an offer." She may have very well seen eye roll then. I don't know if this really happened, But can you believe that? Public, fellow realtors, fellow agents, homeowners. I mean, when you tell somebody that here's the deal, and obviously if there are other places I could have shown her, I'd do it. It didn't mean no good to go out there and dang near raining to show her a property that she'd turn her nose up at and not think too highly of. But no. Honest I could be, honest and accurate. This is it. And price this on the market for $18.95 and well priced, could be low priced, and she's wanted to hold the $1,700, and she's gonna let me know if she won't put in an offer. Well, you know what, ladies and gentlemen, that place is long gone now, just like I told her it would be. I said, "Ma'am, if this happened, I would have said, ma'am, this is no offer required, no offer necessary here. If this place is a great place and a great location, and this bad boy is going to be gone, But, she held to her thing where she was going to check stuff out and elsewhere, and, if she wanted to, she'd come back to me with an offer, and it doesn't make any sense to me, and I just had to get this off my chest. Not angry at the woman if this happened, but it's just just ending my week. Dennis Burgess, Hampton Management and Leasing here in Orlando. And I'm just saying, can't be angry, can't be mad. Sometimes prospects just don't understand.